what's happening in the world of beauty?
Well, great. Quite some exciting things, I think. We're working on deodorants currently, and it doesn't sound very exciting. It sounds like a really bland category, a stagnant category to be looking into. But actually, we've had so much demand for information and inspiration to do with this category. And really, what's exciting is that it's becoming like a totally different beast. Um, I think deodorants was definitely something that you'd kind of go to Boots or a supermarket and pick up whatever was two for one. Chances are it probably wouldn't work very well, be full of chemicals. And now it just seems like everything is shifting towards a really natural profile formulas that are full of like lovely plant ingredients, no synthetic lab-based chemicals, um, and really interesting sort of formats that play with texture in refillable pots and things that are biodegradable. Um, and even now that we're focusing so much on the market being natural rather than based on aluminium, we're seeing that formulators are moving away from baking soda or sodium bicarbonate, which is often used in natural formulas instead of aluminium to create that sort of odorizing effect. They're moving away from that because it's quite irritating to a lot of people. So they're thinking outside the box and using ingredients like kaolin clay and magnesium instead. So there's a lot to play for in this space, and it's very exciting. So that's one of the things I've been working on now.
I have experience of groovy new deodorants, actually. I've been using AKT. Do you know them?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Great.
mean, this is a magical product. I mean, it keeps you like smelling nice for days. I don't know how they do it. But it's I mean it's amazing.
And I bet that the smells are like really sophisticated and different as well, aren't they?
Yeah, I think the one I've got, it's supposed to make you smell like a walk through a forest or after the rain or something like that.
Well,
It,
this is the other thing. Yeah, I feel like everything's just becoming a lot more sophisticated as well. I felt like you could in the old days it was choosing between like lemon or Arctic fresh or cotton or something, very, I don't know, uninspiring smells. And now it's like really sophisticated like fragrance profile. There's this one particular one that I'm writing about that I haven't tried, but I think it sounds incredible. It's called Saint New York, and it's actually a men's brand, and it has a natural deodorant that comes in amazing packaging. But it's got this really incredible fragrance notes with a top, a middle, and a base, kind of like a perfume. So the idea is that it's supposed to like change uh, throughout the day in terms of what it smells like, which is just something that you've been heard of like 5 years ago.
is this a luxury thing though? I mean, AKT is quite expensive. I mean, it lasts, but I think it's about £17 or something. Are these luxury things really?
Well, I mean, I think it definitely is. And I think that you're using one that is sort of more on the higher end scale. But we're seeing it sort of filter through into mass and sort of budget product offerings as well. And I think what's interesting is with the refill model. So you buy the external packaging and then you just get these sort of little cardboard inserts monthly or every 3 months or something. And those are supposed to be very affordable because you've already bought the outside packaging. Some of them are like really lovely, like aluminium and like steel packaging. It's supposed to look really nice on your bathroom shelf. So I think that makes it a little bit more affordable. And these natural ingredients aren't actually super expensive to formulate. If you're paying more, it's probably for the brand and also for the fragrance experience.
So what else is going on? Are there any sort of new launches or new brands that you're particularly excited about?
Well, I mean, August is normally really quiet for new launches. So it's really been interesting this year how there's been loads and loads and loads of new launches in lots of different categories. And what we're doing is we're starting to consider what kind of trends we want to pull together for our big product projections at the end of the year. And this is kind of where we highlight some of the most innovative or interesting new launches in like skincare and makeup and kind of seeing how the sort of trends that we can pull together will reflect what we expect to see or we expect to be commercially viable and successful in the year. Um, and one of the things that I actually really liked recently was the launch of this, which is KBD Beauty, um, KBD Vegan Beauty, actually. And they are super popular with Gen Z, especially in the US. It's a really big makeup brand. They had some sellout liquid lipsticks, and they've actually totally reformulated them um, with this new formula that is totally transfer resistant. And I mean, absolutely does not go anywhere. I tested them out on my hand. I washed them, my hands 4 times. By the end of the day, they were still there, which I thought was absolutely amazing. But they're not supposed to be cakey and dry and really comfortable to wear, really hyper, super pigmented. And I don't know if you can see, but the packaging has all these lovely little ridges on it. And the idea is that if you're applying it quickly or, in a bathroom that's slippery and you drop it on the floor, it doesn't roll away from you. So the ridges kind of make it really useful, helpful. But I think that this is a really good example of what we're kind of calling the liquid lipstick revolution, where, like 5 years ago, they were really either too sticky and awkward to use, or really, really drying and sort of a little bit more like cement. Um, and so, really unenjoyable. And a lot of people sort of moved away from them towards bullets or gloss. And what I'm finding is that all of the launches that are coming out now have these crazy great formulas that it's like all about the color payoff. They stay on your lips, but they also really, really comfortable. And I think that that's something that's really exciting for color cosmetics in general, not just lipsticks. We're seeing some amazing formulas for makeup. And then the other thing I wanted to point out is this. This is brand new, launched this week, called Tea Elixir from Fresh. And this is something that it's a serum, and it's based on tea leaves grown in Madagascar that have the ability to adapt to really sort of harsh volcanic environments. And what it promises to do is to bring resilience to the skin against sort of harsh external environments, which for us would mean pollution, sun, potentially wind and rain and things like that. And that's also tapping into a trend that we're seeing specifically towards skincare products that are designed to improve skin barrier function and their resilience against the external aggressors. And so I think that that's also something that we feel like that narrative is being understood now by the consumer a lot more than it was perhaps even last year.